Hello everybody, welcome back. If you guys didn't see the last video when I installed the new lights in the shop, big thanks to Hyperlight. I actually got the sixth one just now. It looked like it fell off the FedEx truck or something. But you guys know that the green truck is now done. I put 100 miles on this thing and it feels very consistent and reliable. I'm very happy with it, but I got a camper shell on it. It's been my plan since the beginning to put a camper shell on it. I'll inform you guys later on. If you notice the camper shell, it's a little bit different shade of green. It's because this camper is actually for a Chevy, but I paid 200 bucks for it. Can't complain. It would have cost me more to paint one of the two camper shells that I have for a Dodge to match this truck. So I'm completely happy with it. Budget build, a little bit of shade of green difference. We're okay. We got some other stuff we need to throw on here because I don't have a stereo in the truck. So I went ahead and bought a stereo with a little backup camera. 37 bucks. We're gonna give it a try. Cheap price. Normally that kind of steers me away if it's that cheap, but watch out, Dodge Dakota. There'll be squirreling tires up there. Try that out. I got wheel spacers because the 35s do rub the controller arms just a little bit. It's got a leveling kit, but I want to try these. I've never tried it. And new ignition, new door locks. I got to install those because it's on that one. I don't even have a key for it. The other, the ignition and the door for the driver's side, they don't even match. It's two different keys. Mud flaps, because the bed is off of a 97 and the mud flaps that are actually on my 98 came off of this bed. You can see they were rubbing on it a little bit already. So I got some similar ones. We're going to throw those on there. We're going to do this outside today because the top secret thing that's going in Grandma's truck is still in there. I don't want to show you guys that yet. So I'm going to get the jack. We'll start doing some fun stuff. Hopefully I get this done before the sun goes down. Let's get it. What do you think, Piper? Oh yeah, you got a thing. Ugh. Ah, hit a house. I don't know if it made it look really much different. The front definitely looks a little wider. I just put a 1/4-inch wheel spacer on there. Again, they were 16 bucks for 4 of them. Very cheap. And I wanted the truck to have a little bit more wider stance. I wasn't going to go 1/2 inch because you have to get different studs for that, but I felt like a 1/4 inch. There's plenty left to grab. I mean plenty. It's not going to be affected at all. It looks a little bit different. So we're cool with that. Comment below if you guys have done wheel spacers on your truck. The 1/4 inchers. 1/4 inch, huge improvement. Not really. I can definitely see something, but it's nothing nothing too extreme. You guys noticed Makita led the way on the power tool department right there. Not a paid advertisement, but I wish it was. I did have one of them. I overheated a little bit, but it was just the brushes. So we got some new brushes. Let's go ahead and install these real quick. Boys weren't making contact anymore because they weren't sliding. I believe they're going to be an easy install. Slider in right there. Come on. New brushes were a little bit tight getting in there. I had to trim one of them just a little bit. There was like something on the side of it keeping it from allowing the spring to hold continuous pressure. But here's my new stereo for the truck. I don't know why it's got gold on it. I did not know that was an option. Let's go ahead and here's my factory harness. There was something wrong with that stereo that was in this rig because it was making my antenna be electrified. And we don't want none of that garbage. I don't want no ground. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Well guys, you would not believe the journey I went on last night. I didn't want to express my true vocabulary with you guys with the issues that was going on putting the stereo in. It works good now. Turns out there was a couple issues previously with the truck. Watch, it's not going to fire up now. There it goes. It's pretty slick, fires up, and I went through the trouble to put... Oh, it hooks right up Bluetooth, no problem, right to the phone. Put it in reverse. Backup camera comes on. Simple if wiring diagram would have been provided. Simple if orange went to orange. What had happened, brief summary, is it color coded all the wires, hooked everything up, all the same as normal. But apparently orange to orange for your dimmer switch, I think the illumination is actually orange on the stereo is to turn the backup camera on. So I couldn't figure out how to turn the camera on. Tried turning the headlights on, and guess what? The gosh dang backup camera turned on. So I got her tucked away back here. And then all said and done, everything was working. Put it in reverse, she fires right up. And then the backup switch and on the transmission stopped working. But what I'm going to do now is tear everything apart and put the new door locks in it and the new ignition. I'm going to start with that because if that one don't work, then we don't want it. I think this was like 70 bucks. A new ignition, 3 keys, and new door locks. So let's go ahead and try to slap this in there. Just got to unclip her, take that thing out. Looks like the previous owner tampered with this thing before. A couple of the screws were loose. Well, there's that bad boy. The spring's all janky down in there. Yeah, this had broke on him before. That screw wasn't supposed to be there. It's supposed to be a little roll pin. Oh well, more history. Yeah, pull that roll pin out. Then she'll slide down in there. Gotta get that spring lined up. And then you slide the roll pin straight back in there. This broke on him before and he just put a screw in there. It wasn't even in there tight. Alright, see if she does the job. Oh, feels like a brand new ignition. Nothing to it, just to do it. Get out of there, look at that. That other one felt like junk too, so I'm glad it did that. Okay, this is the door of true concern because I do not have a key at all for this one. So, this is the main reason why we are here. Pop this thing open real quick. This older truck's got the one-time use disposable these little things. I hate them, but I got a pack of some goofy ones. Thanks, Tommy. See, they just break. That's why I call them goofy, because they are not the best. But they are better than nothing. This is the fun part. Trying to get that thing there because that one's okay. Where's the one we want? We take that one off the bottom. I'm not gonna be able to show you guys. Crap. Whoever designed that was a dick. Although this procedure is a very simple job here. Take your snap ring off. Get that guy out of the way. Do that on the outside. Take it out. Ouch. You got to take the spring because the new one doesn't have the spring. That way when you put your key in there, it takes it back to center. That swap. Good deal. That was way easier than I thought it was going to be. Very happy. Got a new speaker in that door, new ignition, new stereo, wheel spacers, mud flaps. I think that's about it. I got to put the door panels back on. Let's take this thing for a rip. About. She knows what we're talking about. Get it. All right.
I can't film. I'm not filming that. Okay, we're recording.
All right. Little beverage run. Maiden voyage on the truck since it's somewhat complete. Stereo works awesome. Headlights work awesome. We haven't caught on fire yet. I know how to drive a stick shift a little bit better than that old girl back there does. Truck is still very stock. Yep, going up 20. It was like 5th year. It was like 60 mile an hour is all it wanted to do. But she runs smooth. I got 121 miles on it now. Chooch is just a little.
Does this thing smoke?
Yeah, here, pop her out the window there.
Hopefully I got it.
Just film in the mirror, I'll do one off this line right here. Bring it back.
Old Sutter County here. It's ghost town.
Oh, see you, Scooter. Hammer down, 2nd gear. Is that the shot?
Yeah, kind of. Your arm's resting against it. Here, there we go.
Yeah. think you missed a couple years there, Tyler. How many more years do we got to offer?
96 and a 96 and a half.
Well, the first 100 miles complete. 120 some odd now, actually. The wheel spacers, I know some people like to hate on it. I've never tried them before because I probably was a hater at one point. But what the heck, a 1/4 inch is not the end of the world. And it was just enough to make it, if you're on level, just like out here, and you cook a good U-turn, you can turn the steering all the way. These are stock 17s with 35s on it, and they would rub right there on the control arm. But with that 1/4 inch wheel spacer, I turned both ways, and unless you get in a little bit of a bind, they don't rub. So that is very much worth it. And this truck it's obviously got a camper shell on it. I mean, I don't think it's going to be towing anything really at all. But there's mud flaps on there. Main reason for the muds is because it kicks up stuff and gets on your panels right here. So you'd end up just having muddy feet when you get up in the truck. You could have kicked them off right there. So I like having that on there. The camper shell is going to be a nice touch. You guys will see what that's for in the next video. And there's the little backup camera. This thing actually works out awesome because, well, backup camera, no matter what you have for a vehicle, is nice. But, oh yeah, if you're going to BeBeltandSon.com, check it out for merchandise, stickers, hats, the works. But having the camper shell, your visibility is a little bit more limited. So having the backup camera is nice. I tried her out a couple times when we went to get a beverage run, and we're all good to go. But just look at this truck. This truck, I mean, it's a truck, but this one is most certainly growing on me, and I couldn't be happier with how this thing's turning out. There was an issue with the antenna was actually sparking, so I thought the stereo was an issue, so I put a new stereo in it. But I don't know if just the fact that I was up till midnight last night trying to figure out the stereo and get everything wired, but it was acting a little low on voltage in the old battery department, acting like it was kind of hard starting. So hopefully it doesn't have a draw, but if it does, well, more stuff to figure out. But in general, man, she came together. Poor red truck. I still use all my other trucks, don't worry guys. 98 is very much still getting used. It's obviously got a dump trailer, but this one is a nice run to the store kind of a truck, and you guys will see where this truck's going later on in its life. I'm not gonna be the one driving it, I say that again. But hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you guys in the next one. Like this video, comment below any ideas you guys got for something else I could probably add to this thing just for the heck of it, because it's kind of a throw everything of an idea I got at it. But subscribe to the channel. We'll see you guys on the next one. Also, comment on the video of finishing this truck to get entered in the 50,000 subscriber giveaway. We'll see you guys on the next one. Later.